Hi everybody, this is your girl Slick Vic. Welcome to Peace, Toast, and Jam. I hope you all are having an incredible August. I know we are in the bottom level of August. We're about to hit September. It's going to be an incredible fall. I'm just throwing it out there. And I know for those that you know me and you know where I'm at, I really don't get to experience a fall. I understand that. I am in Tampa, Florida. We're actually about to be hitting like the armpit of hurricane season, which has nothing to do with fall, but we're still going to celebrate it. Like right now, I know you guys can't see this, but I have a fall pumpkin spice candle going. I made myself a caramel apple hot tea, which it's just the flavor. There's no caramel or apples involved in it other than the flavor, but I did sprinkle some pumpkin spice on top of it. And I know that it's August 26th, that we're not even technically into fall yet or anything like that. But I am that girl that's like, once it's past my birthday, which is July 13th, I'm kind of like, yep, all right, I'm ready. I'm ready for Halloween. I'm ready for fall. I'm ready for pumpkins. Like I am classic for that. But honestly, it's because of my upbringing and growing up in Ohio. Like the fall season was always fun, exciting. You're going back to school. I was in marching band and soccer. So like fall sports and fall, football games and all that. It was just really fun to be a part of. It was just like new beginnings into that time of year. And it was great. Oh, and I apologize for anyone who's watching on YouTube right now. My little light that is on my camera here just died. So we're just going to let that go. It's a little dark in here, but that's okay. All right. So I'm going to make this short and sweet today. First and foremost, I'm going to give you the badass quote of the day through my little badass calendar that I normally just give to my Patreon members, but I feel like this message is a really good message for everyone. And then we're going to quickly go over some things that are from my CBT, Cognitive Behavior Therapy book, that kind of talk about different ways in which you can stay on your goals by expressing ways in which some people get sidetracked and actually don't finish their goals. So I think this is a really important episode for a lot of people that may feel a little bit like, like I don't know how to get past this. Or maybe you're thinking like, oh, well, nothing will ever stop me. And this is a good reminder, a refresher that some things might happen. It's completely normal, but let's be aware so that we are aware enough in the future to tackle it with not shock or surprise and just be like, oh yeah, cool. I already knew that. Here's how I can go forward with that feeling or that emotion or whatever it may be so that I can keep going for my goals and I can be super successful with them. So first and foremost, here's your badassery for the day. It is the universe has surrounded us with the perfect teachers. Any guesses what the perfect teachers are? Animals are in the present all the time, and their secret power is to pull us in with them. This is so true. For those that know me and know my life and know my boy Chomper, who's a Belgian Malinois, I just made a post about this on TikTok the other day about how he just really makes me be present more often, because he'll just be like, mom, he puts his cute little snout right in my face and he'll be like, pay attention to me, scratch me, love on me, lay with me, just take a moment with me. And I will be like busy, going, and I'll be like, oh my gosh, what, Chomper, what? And I'm like, oh my God, you're so cute. Okay, I'm gonna take a moment. And before I know it, it's like 5 minutes of just loving on him. And I'm like, I needed that. It's like, and it's funny, animals are, they're so intuitive, right? They really are. They almost know, in my opinion, my own personal opinion, it's like they know when you need to get present. They know when you need to slow down. And they'll push into you hard with their cute little faces and be like, Mom, Dad, you need to just chill out. Just love on me for a second and I'm going to love on you. And that's the most perfect teacher for all of us in this world, that we need to be more present. So I absolutely love that. Okay, let's go on to this. Okay, so I'm going to read this from the book. So it may sound a little, like I'm reading it from a book. Well, I am. So here we go. Along the path to better mental health, you're sure to encounter obstacles. Well, no shit, Sherlock. The following are popular reasons for abandoning your goals or not getting started with pursuing goals in the first place. Okay, so definitely have been, guilty of this before. Fearing change. Oh yeah. So despite feeling really miserable, you may be afraid of what will happen if you take steps to change. You may have been depressed or anxious for so long that you can't really imagine doing anything else. Perhaps some of the people in your life are helping you to live with your problems, and you fear that by getting better, you may lose those people. However, getting yourself well gives you a chance to build more fulfilling relationships and to develop your independence. I think this is so true. This is very true, because a lot of people will gain relationships, gain empathy, sympathy, compassion by others through, their own issues that are going on, whatever it may be. And specifically, they don't want to let that go because they feel, these people won't give me the attention that I had when I was going through really rough times. And the thing is, that's all part of the process, the journey, the change. And people won't want to change because of that. So it's really important to remember it's okay. We're going to go through seasons and cycles, and change is okay. Next one is having low frustration tolerance. This is a big one, okay? When the going gets tough, the tough go home to bed, right? No. You may be tempted to go to bed, but you just wake up every morning with the same old problems. The only way to increase your tolerance to frustration in all its forms is to grit your teeth and stick with it. However uncomfortable you may be while working on changing yourself, the effort is almost certainly a lot less painful than staying unwell for the rest of your life. Gosh, that is so true. Having low frustration tolerance, it's easy. It's easy to ignore it. It's easy to just be like, I'll deal with it later. And then it keeps growing. I've given the analogy before, I believe. It's like just shoving your problems under a rug. And before you know it, you're going to trip over it because you created a mound under the rug. So instead of just not wanting to tackle problems, sure, there are time and places for things. I can give that kind of, sidestep answer to that. But for the most part, it's better to actually, go through it head on, to recognize it, to deal with it in the present moment as much as you can, because it's only going to keep coming up in the future. And that's going to stop you from reaching your goals. Next one is being passive. Maybe if you wait long enough, someone else will get better for you. Perhaps a miracle will happen to change your life, or a magic button will appear for you to push. Hey, presto, you're fixed. Maybe, but don't hold your breath waiting. Take responsibility for doing the work needed to get you feeling better. This is something that I'm a big believer in doing, but I can also see myself not doing. And sometimes, in my own personal opinion and personal experiences, I've been a believer of just wait for the right time, wait for the right time. And I haven't been as aggressive in the effort and the action planning. And I will say that being passive will keep you at a stalemate a lot of times. So having that get-go energy and putting little short successes in your route to the big ones will really help you stay on path to succeeding. I think when you're always so focused on the big goal and you don't have little goals along the way, you might just stay more passive. So I think a good way to stay aggressive, I'm just going to use that word, is to have those little goals there and to stay on that path so that you'll get to that big goal sooner. Or at least the journey to it won't feel so like you're stalling. And we'll do one more. Okay. Let's do waiting to feel motivated. So this goes exactly with what I was just saying. A lot of people make the mistake of waiting to feel like doing something before they get started. The problem with waiting for inspiration or motivation is that you may hang about for far too long. Often, action precedes and actually begets motivation. When overcoming emotional disturbance, you often need to do an experiment. Or you can stick to an activity schedule, even when doing so is the last thing that you feel like doing. Positive action is the best remedy for overcoming the feeling of lethargy and hopelessness. So I think that's where discipline comes in. And I've heard this many times, but motivation's not always going to be there. And that's why it's important to have discipline. So the days you don't always want to get up to do the workouts or to create the healthy breakfast or to clean the house or to etc., insert whatever here. There's going to be days where you're super motivated to do it, and there's going to be a lot of days where you're not. And on the days that you're not, that's where you need to find that discipline in your body, in your mind, to keep you going. Because you know you're going to feel better once you've done it. I mean, we all know this, but we don't always feel like doing it. So that's where overcoming that feeling with consistency and discipline will have you winning every time. And I know a big thing is it's not always easy, but it truly is that simple. So when you set yourself up for success, like I just said, with the consistency and the discipline and making it a routine and a habit, it won't matter if you're motivated or not, you're going to reach it. It's only a matter of time. All right, guys. Well, I hope that was helpful. I really love the badassery for the day. Like always, if you enjoyed this episode, please share it. Please like, please comment, please put your thoughts on here. Please send it to a friend through email, text, etc. Please subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube. And please find me on my socials. It's the only way I get my podcast out there is by just self-promoting it and having friends of mine. And of course, all of you viewers and listeners out there sharing it. So thank you guys all for being here. I hope you have an incredible morning whenever you listen to this, an amazing afternoon if it's the afternoon in your time, and a fabulous evening if it's at night. With that, I'll leave you. Have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you all soon.